Mark, pleased to have you here.
Thank you, Jeff.
You've been publishing and CEO of Eden Prairie Local News for about how long?
6 months now.
I remember.
Yes.
Age, yeah. Well, you're still looking remarkably bright and bushy-tailed and everything.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Very, very well. I'm real excited. We're real lucky in Eden Prairie to have a local newspaper. As you know, many of them are closing down. Yeah. And I couldn't be more excited to join one of the most cutting-edge newspapers actually in the country.
It is, yeah. We've been getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And I say we, I'm no longer on the board of directors, but I still contribute articles.
Great job of contributing articles. We have actually 24 freelancers like yourself and a full-time reporting staff writing professional journalistic stories each and every week. We have a new website. We're using newsletters. We have thousands and thousands of Eden Prairie residents accessing our information every day via multiple social media channels. Just the plethora of technology that we use as opposed to a traditional newspaper, which is all print-centric.
Now, as publisher and CEO of Eden Prairie Local News, you have to do a lot of meetings with people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about maybe a typical day in your life.
Well, the last 3 weeks have been at the state capitol a number of times supporting initiatives and policies that are affecting Eden Prairie. The Southwest transit policy that's going through the state capitol. Mm-hmm. We also have a number of bills that Senator Swazinski is proposing, which is his last term, as well as a number of efforts with local newspapers like ourselves to promote this idea that newspapers are a jewel that needs to be protected by the state. And we meet with legislators to emphasize how important local news is at the state level.
Now, Eden Prairie Local News, of course, has a relationship to MinnPost, the Minnesota Reformer, and Sahan Journal.
Right.
And other papers.
Well, we actually have a network in the Twin Cities called the MNNN, which is a network of all of our the nonprofit newspapers in town that are online. As opposed to the Star Tribune and maybe the Sun papers, people that are familiar with these traditional papers, these are all local startups that have traditionally started because of a local newspaper closing. So we have a great relationship. We share content. Like I said, we share initiatives at the state capitol. It's just kind of the new age of media where it's kind of digital-only, community-focused, nonprofit journalism.
Do you get calls from communities that are losing their newspapers?
Yes. Matter of fact, Roseville starting one, St. Anthony is starting one. We're getting calls from all over the state from communities that are losing their newspaper that want to do what we've done, and as you were involved with at the board level 5 years ago, started with this idea of the paper's closed, what are we going to do? We're going to get some community, the most important people in the community together to start a local newspaper, albeit online.
Okay, once they get going, they have to get some money. Okay.
They do. We are donor-driven, and the donors are the residents of Eden Prairie, and we've been blessed to have a donor base that understands the importance of local journalism and the importance of covering the city council and covering the school councils, going to the sporting events. And the residents of Eden Prairie understand that and are tremendous supporters and via their donations.
And now, Mark, a lot of these nonprofit newspapers, community newspapers, need money to operate. Eden Prairie Local News still does.
Correct.
And there's a fundraising drive in April 30th, correct?
Right. All these local papers, and including the Star Tribune, have come together to create an annual event called the Minnesota Local News Giving Day. Many of us are familiar with Give to the Max Day in the fall. This is a day that is devoted to helping papers like Eden Prairie Local News, helping papers like Woodbury and Prior Lake, as well as the Star Tribune, where we're all coming together to promote this giving day for local media like ourselves.
Now, what are people in Eden Prairie going to get if they donate to this fund?
The people of Eden Prairie benefit from this because we can afford then to hire people like Rachel Hoppe, one of our great new reporters from the University of Minnesota, award-winning reporters, just won an award from the most prestigious magazine in the country, editor and publisher. And we can afford then to cover those stories with a reporter with the skills of Rachel throughout Eden Prairie, and whether it's be the city council or the school. She's during the ice surge, she was out there in the field covering what was happening in those areas, and just a wonderful reporter. So Eden Prairie donations benefit because as a nonprofit, we don't keep a profit. We put everything right back into this city and covering the city.
It stays right here.
It stays right in town. And because Eden Prairie is such a generous community, they benefit because we can then afford to cover what we need to in Eden Prairie to give them the information they want and need.
How can people get in touch with you or write a letter to the editor? Or?
Yeah, the website's a tremendous resource for the city of Eden Prairie and the residents. Simply go to eplocalnews.org. Everything is there, from letters, writing and submitting letters to the editors to submitting story ideas. And in this case, on April 30th, a donation button to donate during the most important giving day for local media in the state, April 30th.
Hey, Mark, thanks so much.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for having me.